Hey, Pammy. Are you there? I'm about 5 minutes late.
This is the type of faceless animated videos.
This is a commercial that sucks that YouTube plays too much. Welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading brought to you by Madame Pamita and the Parlor of Wonders. Tonight's special is a new special. It's Taco Box Tuesday, so that means I usually do the $7 Taco Box, where you can ask up to 3 questions. So tonight, instead of doing just a $7 taco box, I'm going to do a $5, $7, and $9 taco box for you. So if you want to get the $5 taco box, you can ask one question. Any question you want to ask, as long as it's within my reasonable questions that I will do and will not do, you can get the $7 taco box. You can ask 2 questions. And for $9, you can ask 3 questions. Hey, Dwayne, how are you? Pammy, it's good to see you. Hey, Metal Rain. I got my shit kicking hat on tonight, so let's have a party. How are y'all doing? Happy X Tits Out Tuesday. I brought you guys some flowers and a medicine bottle. Let's give you some joy. I also have a pyramid for you. Is anybody planning anything fun for this weekend? Just going to put a few things in chat, find some music, and I'm going to start with a collective message. If anybody wants to get a free yes or no question, it's going to happen for the first 15 minutes. So prep your questions for when I start that after the collective message. Does anybody care to tell me a little bit about what's going on in the world? I'm completely unaware and detached. I'm okay, Dwayne. Thanks so much for coming by. I hope you're doing well. Today was an unusually interesting Southern Gothic day here in Atlanta. It was literally like, it felt like fall. I have a feeling that it might be an early fall and a rough winter. I don't know, but maybe that'll change. Like, maybe we'll have a really long Indian summer. And maybe just the right amount of everything all around. Okay, the world outside is still the same. Okay, good. Okay, great. Nothing has changed. Actually, I probably haven't really looked at the newspaper, the phone, or the news in a while. I'll have to be real honest. Usually I'm on top of things, but I kind of just, I guess I just fell off the bandwagon. Is that what they say, Pammy? Is that what it's called? I had to go see a man about a horse. So I had the strangest thing happen today. The neighbor's saying that he's having the same strange phenomenon that's happening in our place, where a light will turn off and it's just absolutely impossible unless a human being does it, kind of thing. You know, where you actually turn the light on and it has to click and you. So I was like, thanks for confirming I'm not crazy. That this is really happening. And I can't begin to tell you how many times it's happened. Or literally watch the light bulb get unscrewed and turn itself off. My phone is still getting knocked on the floor anywhere I set it down. So I figured, you know, after so many years of the phone thing happening, I was like, how about I just turn it off? I haven't turned this thing off for 20 years. Let me just turn it off. Actually, I've been using the phone for a long time, but I really hate the phone, I'll be real honest. It's a terrible weapon that people use against each other that was created with a beautiful intention that I sort of feel has been destroyed in the 21st century. Thanks for the update, Pam. I appreciate it. So, you saw a cartoon that kind of made you laugh. It showed Tramp getting his cards read, and the reader tells him that he will be the cause of a huge holiday. him saying holiday, what kind of holiday? The reader comes back and tells him that he's gonna die with, and there be a huge world holiday. It's horrible. Oh, I really hate to think about death for anybody. It's such a terrible thing, but rebirth is also a very beautiful thing at the same time. I mean, it's just a part of nature. Death is something to celebrate the way the birth of a new life is to be celebrated. I just kind of feel like because we're kind of in the dark about the other side still in the 21st century, we're still kind of in the dark about certain things about death. I mean, the JonBenet Ramsey case would probably be easier to solve. I mean, come on, we know that's been solved. Than probably being able to solve death. But I feel like it's definitely very interesting to see how much death changes us, whether we are the one dying or the one going through the process with the person dying. I mean, it must be terrible for the person dying, I mean, or the living being passing. But sometimes people take it as a blessing too. Death dueling, I haven't always experienced negative stuff, but it's always usually very draining. That's why now I try to only work with people who are not necessarily crossing over, but unless I know them personally, or I've met them. Try more to work with families and people who want to make contact with their loved ones if they don't really know how. Yeah, we're going to start the free yes or no in about 5 minutes. I'm just going to go ahead and start a free collective message. Hey, ADHD dancer, how are you, sweetheart? I look cool? Yeah. Thank you. I needed to wear my shit-kicking hat tonight. And something about the Lone Ranger just felt right. My dad was like, I was watching your live the other night, and he's like, your mask reminds me of the Lone Ranger. And I was like, Lone Ranger? what is a Lone Ranger? And then I finally went and looked, and I was like, oh, Dad, okay. I've watched that with Dad before. Because he likes all those, like, Western movies. And hey, Molly, it's good to see you, honey. How are you? Silence. That's a beautiful card. So we will hold on to that for just a moment. I have my yes, no cards. I'm going to see what silence is all about tonight from the Power Spirit deck. It's a beautiful card. I don't think we've gotten this card in a long time. It really is resonating with me so much right now. I have a fawn that keeps coming to my garden. It lives in next to my neighbor's garden. She's beautiful. I don't know what happened to her family, but she is so very silent and sweet. Number 22. She started showing up on Summer Solstice Eve, actually. I was really surprised because she was, like, staring at me, and I was staring at her. She damn near came up and, like, gave me a kiss. I was like, oh, no. I'm going back in the house now. And I had been wondering, like, why are there, like, nose trails on my front door? I couldn't think of anything or anyone that might be putting nose trails like that on the front door. But it's got to be her, because there's no other unicorn or horse-like animals that might be that size. I mean, unless it's, like, a child and there's, like, no children coming to the door. I mean, unless they're ghost children. So, I mean, JonBenet Ramsey, if you're licking the front door, stop putting your fingerprints on it, because I really want to keep it clean, sweetheart. But I think it's the deer. She came up and drank the water from the garden, ate some of the apples that I put out for the birds and the squirrels. Oh, here's a liminal space deck. I'm going to clarify this silence card before I read it for the collective message tonight. Silence. It's the sound of the sounds of silence. I love that song too. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Oh, you're watching my Big Fat Greek wedding, Molly? Right on. Literally, like the dad from that movie is my dad. I mean, right down to the putting your elbow in the cleaner. It's just like, what? Are you kidding me? What is this? How did they know? Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective for everyone here, anyone in the chat, anyone who may come into the chat, come by later or watch the replay kind of thing. What do we need to know about this silence card tonight? I'm very nervous about this deer, Spirit. I need you to protect it. I don't know where the rest of its family went, but it's absolutely making me crazy. So, you know, and I heard some creeps talking about getting rid of it, and that doesn't make me very happy. So I just need to know, you know, the next right thing. Okay, so silence is the next right thing. Oh yeah, I love that. And body scan. Body scan. All right, let's read the card, and then we'll get a little bit more pieces of this liminal space deck message, hopefully. So the card is black. It's number 22. Maybe number 22 means something to you guys. Maybe it's the number 4, maybe just the number 2. Direction west, color black. Such a beautiful card. Before making a decision of power, move into that place of silence and security deep within you. Sit anywhere, close your eyes, and follow your breath in and out. I feel like this is very much about meditating more, meditating to the point where it's like there's a leaf blower outside your window and somebody is blowing the shit out of leaves and you just don't care. you're like not fazed by it. This kind of deep Zen meditation practice, like getting there with your meditation, is going to help you detach from so many things that don't serve you in life, that don't serve you in your journey. It's going to help you realize how to choose your peace more often than, the crazy. So, back to what I'm saying is about this card, though, here, now that I've felt this out here. So Spirit's basically asking you in silence, to go more into yourself and to that place of power, okay? Your shaman center. Like, what does that mean to you? Like, just below the navel. You want to breathe in and out. This is also your key energy. Some people call it chi, key, whatever. Your life source energy at your navel. This is a very important part of your body as well. So take care of it, okay? So back to the card. Spirit wants you to visualize a place of power, holding the golden sun, a disk of radiant brilliance within you. Observe the silence, like a door in a misty marshland. If you are in pain, use your consciousness to find where the pain lives within your body, and then move into that pain and beyond it until you find the source of silence. In this silence lives your sacred self and sacred witness, that which sees all, knows all, and is all that you are. Power is born within silence. So a couple of things I just want to talk about here. The sacred self, the sacred witness, it's important to be purging maybe some of the trauma that you're witnessing, experiencing, even if it's not happening to you. I feel this card is reiterating this message again. It's important to purge what doesn't serve you, what kind of trauma you might be dealing with. Maybe, purge especially the trauma you see that's not happening to you. Meditation will help you with that. Meditation will also help you, once again, not only just focus on choosing your peace more, but choosing silence more. Not just to be silent with your mouth, but silent within your thoughts, silencing your thoughts, calming yourself down. So I feel like the body scan card intuitively is our most trusted and strongest spirit guides are asking us, look, the next right thing for us all to be focusing on is that silence, that meditation, that sacred self, that sacred witness, because that is so far more important than holding on to the trauma of the day. Whether you're experiencing it or not, at some point you have to let it go. Do a body scan. Follow, where are you spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. And if you can't do that, it's okay. Just take it 1 minute at a time until you can. All right? I'm going to give you one more look at this gorgeous photo. And I feel like this is also a very important message from the counter of the universe. His name is Sun. And the counter of the universe is a part of the council of the universe. He counts everybody. He puts your name in the book of names. He records your deeds. So I think he's saying also here, if you want to come into the light, and you may be a child of the lost light. You might be a lost child of the light. Okay, you might feel like you're in the light, but you haven't truly grasped it. All right, and all you have to do to have that experience, to come into the light, is ask for it. Accept Mother Earth into your heart. Okay, so that's the collective message for today. I hope that helps somebody out there. Let's commence with the free yes/no questions. So go ahead and I'm going to start a timer. Go ahead and put your questions in the chat. I'm just going to note real quick what kind of questions I do, what kind of questions I don't do. That way everybody knows. If you haven't already read the description. So if you do ask Mother Earth into your heart, you know, are you in the light at that moment? Yeah, sure. But you're going to have an experience, like we all do have experiences. It won't be scary. It won't be psychoactive. It won't be, you know, you'll just have this experience. It'll just feel spiritual. It will just feel right. You may even see the sun. You may even see Sun, the African wise man. He may come to you as an African wise man. He may come to you as a magpie. But he will come to you and he will give you a message. And you'll remember this message. Will it happen today? I don't know. Will it happen tomorrow? You won't know when it will happen. But it will happen at a time when you feel safe and protected. Yeah, you can text me yours, Molly. That's fine. Let me just catch up with chat here, people. Hey, Anna. How are you, dear? What's up? See, trauma keeps coming at you. It's so draining. Yeah. Are you expecting it? Molly, Avatar 3 is on Disney Plus today. Man, I'm still stuck on Avatar 1. Oh, I don't think I'm going to make it to 3. I'm too busy chasing paper. I'm so glad you're feeling better, though, Molly. Free yes, no. Will Rose and the kids move out this year? Oh, Rose and the fucking kids. Let's find out. Let me go ahead, and if I missed anybody's question, please put it in the chat again if I didn't just repeat it. Let me just start the 15 minutes now. Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Also, moderators, you get a free yes or no question if you're here. So Metal Rain, Meryl, Molly, anybody who might be a moderator, you always get a free yes or no anytime. Spirit, what does Metal Rain need to know? I'm calling forth his most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does he need to know about this question of his? Well, will these people move out of his life this year? What does he need to know about that right now? I don't think they're going anywhere. You're too cool. It's too cool to. Okay, so Spirit's saying yes. Yes, they will move out of your life. So I think you're going to be the one that will have to go somewhere, though. And I kind of feel bad about that because it's like your place. And so look, it says, yes, the lotus of happiness is about to blossom in your life and bring wonderful events filled with positive emotions. There is potential for unexpected but timely support that you require. So it's the perfect time for you to start a new and exciting adventure. Wow. Cards don't lie. Maybe I should rewrite the song Hips Don't Lie and put cards where hips used to be. Spirit, when? When? How and when? Ugh. Okay, so in 9 to 10 months, well-deserved awards come to you in creative ways. This encourages you to make extraordinary decisions regarding sensational discoveries. Stay committed to your decisions. So I feel like Spirit's saying make a decision. You know, will they move out of your life this year? Yeah. And if it's not within the next 6 months, it will be within the next 6 to 9 months. You know, it's either you or them. I guess. You have to make the choice if you're going to be able to do this forever. Who else is wanting to get a yes or no question? You got your MRI on your ankle. Oh, that's right. I read that. It'll be great to see how you're doing, yeah. We're missing Ari and Tiffany. Yeah, I wish they were around. Man, $2,500 a month rent. That's fucking crazy. Pardon my French. I mean, it's just, I mean, $2,500 a month. I mean, like, wow. Didn't you say it was like a 2-bedroom? Oh, I love that, Anna. That's great. I'm glad that you are feeling better hanging out with us about that. But yeah, I feel the same way about my mom. And, you know, death doesn't break love. It just only delays it for a little while. And I guess that's based on depending on how maybe you see death too. Did I see your text? No, babe. Let me look. I was just about to look and I kind of just had a brain fart. You know, I always wanted to watch part 2 of my Big Fat Greek Wedding, but I don't know if I'll be able to get through it. Yeah, we'll have to talk about how the Amazon Prime accounts work for friends nowadays. You used to be able to go into a chat like this and watch and chat. But I think now you're just going to have to hang out on your phone with me and we watch it on our own screens now. Okay, let's see what you need to know about this question right now. Spirit, I'm calling forth Molly's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does she need to know about her question she's asking me tonight? Yes or no? What does she need to know about that? So, I feel like Spirit's saying with your card, it's actually saying no. But let's read the card. Behind every climb, there will always be another peak to conquer. The way is open, but the fog of uncertainty has yet lifted, not until the wind of change injects with the bottomless energy needed to ascend any mountain. No mountain is too high, no problem too hard. I feel like there may be something about your MRI that's not necessarily bad, but shows something that might need to be done in regards to your care so that you are able to make an even stronger recovery, a better recovery. Like, I'm not saying that somebody has, like, overseen something or missed something. What I'm saying is that it's going to help them see something that might, you know, help their recovery that maybe they didn't see before. So within 5 to 6 months, I feel like it's telling you that your recovery is going to kind of be in this place where some of the obstacles that you're dealing with and have been dealing with for a long time are kind of coming to a close, coming to an end. Things are getting better, things like that. I hope that helps, Molly. Please keep me updated. Keep us updated. I'm going to put some tunes on. Hey, Dark Reverend. Welcome back to the Haunted House. Thank you so much for the jewels. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's very kind and generous of you. Well, it might not be a fifth surgery. It might be more. I mean, I know you might need some cosmetic stuff done to help you with your foot because it is pretty, yeah. But within regards to the ankle, I think that it's going to help with your recovery to make it better. Something about they might suggest. I don't know that it's going to be surgery though. I think it may be a certain shoe, maybe a certain prosthetic, maybe a certain kind of cane, crutch, or physical therapy. Maybe they want you more in a pool for the physical therapy and less, you know, in and on your feet all the time on a bar or with a crutch or you know, you see what I'm saying? Or on the floor, Jesus Christ on a cracker. If anybody wants to get a free yes or no, we got about 10 minutes left. It's only 2 bedrooms. Jesus Christ, really? Trying to do therapy at the place treating your shoulder. Okay, that'll be great though, because then, you know, you'll be able to do more. You'll be able to feel better. You'll be able to work out better, but don't overdo it because you don't want to re-injure yourself. Like, try not to push yourself too much, too fast. You know, because you want it so bad. I mean, look at me, 5 years, almost 6 years after dying in that car accident and coming back. I mean, I'm still recovering. I never thought it would take this long or even longer than, but things take time, so. Like a shorter, that's so cute. I need I need a shoe sometimes that's one size smaller than the other. And my dad has the same weird anomaly about his foot. In fact, I have my dad's feet, I'll be real honest. And I have his hands. In fact, I take after a lot in regards to my dad. People always tell me I look like my mom, but nah. I look like my dad for sure. Does the free yes or no also count as the mod yes or no? No. No, it doesn't. Oh, that's so great. You have more control over your shoulder pain again. And your control over your shoulder in general. How was my solstice? Isn't it still going on? Yeah. Oh, it's good. I did a couple of shows for solstice the last couple of days, and it was fun. And I have a deer that keeps coming to my yard and my garden, and I'm gonna have to get a sign. So I might go like window shopping after the live for a sign. Well, not necessarily like a sign that's already made. I actually have stuff to make the sign, like the lettering and stuff. So I'm just going to print that out, cut it out, and just order like one of those yellow reflective signs on a stake and like smack my sticker up on it for the garden, because people think they can just drive up and down a residential street as if it's a highway sometimes here, and I don't like that because the neighbor's dog got hurt like that. So we've all like been really proactive about trying to keep animals and kids and people safe because we don't have sidewalks. And we don't want sidewalks. We want people to slow down. You know, we want a 15-mile-an-hour speed limit, not a 25, because people see 25, they think they can go 35. Oh, I'm rich, I can pay for a parking ticket or a speed ticket. You know, they don't care. I just literally yell at them now. Like, don't let me catch you speeding around my neighborhood. You'll get megaphones. And you do not want to hear my voice in a microphone. It will shatter your ears if it's not the right tone. So how was your solstice? Did you have a good solstice? Let every day be solstice. But yeah, I got a cool video of the deer coming up to the garden in the daytime, which was a little bit scary for me because I thought she was going to try to kiss me. And it's just can't be more than a year or two old. And I'm kind of scared for her because I was seeing her in the middle of the day, which is not normal. It doesn't feel normal because they're nocturnal animals. Massive revolutions. Okay, that sounds fun, Molly. I hope that you enjoy yourself if you get to go back. Yeah, it is. It is inevitable. So there was a pretty cool collective. You just reminded me that there was a pretty cool collective summer solstice message, and then I think I did 2 or 3 collective messages in the summer solstice live I did last night. So when I get a chance, I'm gonna post it and I'll post the timestamps. In fact, I'll do that tonight while I'm window shopping for the sign for the deer. So he has carpal tunnel syndrome. He should go and get some. He should go and get some acupuncture. Yeah, I've been enjoying the fruits of my labor, barely starting in a proto phase. Yeah, it is bringing massive change for sure. I'm feeling that. I think, Molly, the one thing that helped me the most with issues like that was acupuncture. And I prefer the needles over the cups, actually. I mean, granted, if you move when you have acupuncture needles in you, it's gonna hurt really bad. So if you get acupuncture, don't move. Just relax. Well, if you get somebody who really knows their acupuncture, I mean, I think that it's just personally, it just feels like instantaneously. Like there's never been anything I've ever tried other than acupuncture that helped with it. And now we're talking, I'm somebody who has played guitar for so many years and played guitar so hard and in so many different ways and in so many different styles. I mean, I will literally wear my hands down and I'll be braced up for days, weeks, months, years, still jamming on the guitar. But after I got acupuncture, that stopped. So if I do start to feel issues, like now I'll just have to put a brace on for a day. I'm relaxed. Whereas before it was like, for acupuncture, I was a mess. And I would probably still have acupuncture regularly, but my guy went back to China. But I think acupuncture and seeing a chiropractor regularly is very important for your health. Not just your overall health, but also your spiritual clarity. Oh my gosh, like, oh, right on. Wait, you do like acupuncture and chiropractic, or do like? Are you over there cracking your knuckles? You want to try acupuncture, but it costs too much. So what does too much look like for you? Like, what do you mean too much? Like, I would just go in and have a session on my hands. It would be like $60. Are you actually going to a real Chinese medicine doctor, or are you going to like or are you seeing pricing done at some like boutique done by an esthetician? I'm just curious. Over 100 per session. Like, what kind of acupuncture? Is that like for one body part or the whole body? Like, what? I mean, there might be more included in that $100 than just sit down, let me stick some needles in you, have a nice day. Pay me, have a nice day. Wait, health insurance out in California will pay for acupuncture? They don't do that here in Georgia. That's considered holistic medicine. Isn't that so Christian scientists of them? Ugh. So now it's only just changed a little bit where like they'll start paying for chiropractic work. Oh, it doesn't include it. Okay. So I think that the $100 session would help, because it's not something that you are going to have to go back and get the next week or the next week or the next week or the next week. I personally feel like acupuncture is an as-is kind of thing, as-needed kind of thing, kind of like a serious kind of painkiller or something, as needed, or like chocolate ice cream as needed. So for $100, it's 4 multiple sessions. So if it's $100 for multiple sessions, pay the $100, go get your first session, and when you're ready, go back and get the next one, since you've already paid for it. I think that so what do you want to have acupuncture? Yeah, and I also think kinesiology is also really important, Dark Reverend. I think that's a very important. Kinesiology is like blowing my hair back, dude. Okay, well, make yourself a promise that when you get that $100, you're either gonna go and spend it on acupuncture or like a nice deep massage, chiropractic massage. Okay, not some other kind of massage. We're talking a professional chiropractic massage from like a place like The Joint or something. Okay. I think with the work that you do, with all the driving, it will really benefit you. Not only will you sleep better, you'll feel better. You might even sleep more and then do even better at your job. Be able to deal more with some of the things going on in your life. I'm just talking from experience, because when I made the change before, during, and after the car accident, it changed me. Like, it helped me be taller. Now, instead of being 5'4", I'm 5'4.5". They tell you stop growing, but really the chiropractic work will stretch you out. If you lay down with music and weed in a dark room, you can do dark work and unlock powerful truths and powers. Interesting. So it's kind of like going in your room in the dark, putting on a Doors record, and smoking a bone. Okay, I get it. Got somebody. I saw somebody do a cover of Enter Sandman, I think it was, from Metallica, but like in the style of the Doors. It was so wicked, weird, and cool. Magical blanket empowers experience. Oh, that really sounds awesome. I'll have to look that up. Forbidden magic. Nothing has a meaning until you give it a meaning. I think sometimes people give silly meanings to things. I'm not sure there is such thing as forbidden magic when we are the magic. How can we be forbidden? I guess we can be, but I mean, maybe forsaken, but forbidden, I don't know. Well, really, that's kind of like what an out-of-body experience feels like to me. Gosh, it's been so long since we've talked about that Aussie song thing, Metal Rain. Mine, yes or no? Will I do anything fun this summer besides going to a wrestling event? Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Is there anything that Rain needs to know tonight about having some fun this summer? Spirit says yes. Yes, you will. You will. So Spirit says that fate lends you a hand by providing you with most favorable circumstances. These include good luck in your affairs, a chance to improve your situations in the most unexpected way. There will be success, but not without stress. So no success worth having ever is. So I do know that you are generally stressed, especially with the job you've got. And, being my friend, I know that you are having some of these issues with your living situation, but you can change it even without trying. And I think that at the end of the day, you've got to pat yourself on the back for having like the incredible tolerance that you do have for putting up with what you do put up with, Rain. And I think that you will find the fun, but you're, like I said about a couple of nights ago, I think you had asked a question about one of the girls that you like. Maybe it was it Selena? And I said, that you guys would get together and have like some fun as friends, but you're going to have to be the one to like initiate it. So it's 5-6 months later, you find yourself at the happy crossroads of fate. You adjust your plans and transform your life, making it as bright yet unpredictable as possible. These changes either enter smoothly, removing all obstacles, bringing clarity to unresolved issues. So I think that there's some change coming for you definitely between now and summer. Okay. So it requires clean diet, great physical strength, and spiritual attunement. Yep, that sounds fun. Hey, Stormy, will I finally be able to get the funding I need for handicap accessible van? Well, where are you looking, sweetheart? Have you ever thought of maybe looking at some of the cars that are or vans that are for sale online that might be at like junkyards that need a little repair? There's a whole lot of them. There's a whole lot of them like that online, and I almost kind of wanted to get into that kind of car business where, like, you go to the junkyard, you get one of those cars, you buy them, you fix it up. I mean, and they have everything there from Teslas to Cadillacs. But then I was like, nah, too much dirty work. Even if I can fix a car inside and out, and I've got the tools to do it. Spirit, I'm calling forth Pam's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does she need to know about this handicap accessible van? What are you waiting for, universe? Go give it to her now. Jesus Christ. On a cracker. You watch. She'll like come up to me like within a month or so and be like, I think I found my van, and then tell me she did. It'll just like plop into your vortex because you expect it so much to happen. Because you keep thinking about it, dreaming about it. Oh, yes. See, look, you got a yes card, babe. Let's see what how and when says. Oh, okay. Great, Metal Rain. I'm so happy that you purchased a taco box. Which one did you get? How and when for Pam Spirit. What does she need to know about this tonight? What do her most trusted and strongest spirit guides need to know? I mean, what do her most trusted and strongest spirit guides need Pammy to know about this handicap accessible van? How and when? These cards are saying it could be anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks to 2 to 3 months. Enjoy the versatility. It makes life interesting. Use your irresistible desires to complete what you started and let it help you. Within the next 2 to 3 months, you'll find a new, fresh approach to the situation. Yeah, and a jaw-dropping combination within the next few weeks of circumstances brings a gushing stream of good news. A sense of humble superiority and a blissful enjoyment from the results of your work, even if that work is done in service. So you must have been doing a lot of good deeds, and Spirit's like, yeah, it's time. Just keep expecting it, Pam. I feel like, I hate to say it's going to drop right in your lap, because that's kind of a scary thing to say, but it's going to drop right into your lap in a way that pleases you. Like, even if you don't realize it. I need a drink, help. Thank goodness for pineapple sparkly water. Okay, let me catch up here. I hope that helps, Pammy. Oh, you're so welcome. So she talks to Ileana. My spiritual protector is strong and chill. I hope so, because I need that right now. I think we all need that. And I think that, like, my spirit guides will sometimes check in on y'all. And check in with your most trusted and strongest spirit guides too. I think that, you know, in some way, somehow, like none of this is a coincidence. Like we probably all met in a past life. So, we got the $7 taco box. So there's the 5, 7, and 9 taco box. $5 is one question. The $7 taco box is 2 questions now, and the $9 taco box is 3 questions. I hope that's okay. I mean, I just for Tuesday nights, if I do the $7 taco box any other night, it'll be up to 3 questions. But I don't know. I just thought I would try something different. Try the path of least resistance, but let's see what you need to know about this. Only thing is only thing is that she can't be trusted given she's talking to Ileana. Even so, I really want nothing to do with Ileana, and it's like, if she would be around. Why would Ileana be around with you and that girl? Because they're friends? Or, I mean, does Ileana usually come up when you're like with this girl? Oh, you're so welcome, Dark Reverend. Thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with us. Oh, we appreciate it. Oh no, I mean, I don't know, was I doing yes, no question? Oh, Rain, put your questions in the chat, sweetheart. It's gonna be okay. Okay, so that's how you met. Okay, yeah, that's right. I remember you saying that's how you met. I just need you guys to remind me sometimes, okay? There's nothing like being a recovering ADHDer and you're a multitasker. It's like 10 impossible things before breakfast around here. Yep. But, like, don't get me wrong, it's nice to have a car. I certainly would not want to walk 2 miles to the supermarket. I would hate that. Especially with no sidewalk. Okay, so Fudge Ileana, she's old news. That bitch sucks. She don't even deserve to be called a bitch at this point. She's just trash. Especially for trying to do drugs in your Tesla. And being mean to that poor sweet dog. So maybe you could like do me a favor and you could like just call Selena and try to find out about Gemma. Wouldn't hurt. And then you could talk to Selena and then you could figure out how deep inside of Ileana's world she is so you can make a choice of whether or not you really want anything to do with her. Because if you really like Selena, then you should go for it, man. Because life is fucking short. Pardon my French. But you really should do it. You should call her, talk to her, hang out with her. And not worry about Ileana. Yes, but Mother Nature always wins. Yeah, and I don't think people understand, like, I think people get really lost in the idea of technology and industry and the convenience of it. Well, your next relationship with someone new or with someone I already know, okay? Did Sarah miscarriage with her child? Okay. That's really heavy rain. Might have to freak out here. Where the hell are the Golden Girls? Oh my god! Hold on, I gotta get my cards. I guess I just came to the table tonight without the cards. I don't know. I guess my brain was somewhere else. Oh, that's right. I had to go over and put Ruby back in her pajamas because Ruby was having a moo cow with her allergies. Oh my god, that poor baby. I gotta figure out what the doctor wants to do about her allergies, if anything at all. I don't know if I'm gonna get the Apoquil pill or if I'm gonna go and get her an allergy shot. I need to read about both of them again. Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does he need to know from the Golden Girls deck about his next relationship being with someone new? So it's not somebody you know right now, but it could be. And see, tarot is not a life sentence, okay? It's just a guidance. But it's, once again, what are you observing? I think that I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. Five of Cups is telling me that, are you really looking at the possibility of you feeling as if you're not good enough? Or it's going to be the same thing with Ileana, or that it's going to be the same shit, different day? Because Spirit says there is justice in this. You can have justice with this, but it's almost as if, it's almost as if you can't see the writing on the wall. Like, and it's not that you don't believe. It's not that you don't believe. It's just that, everyone has insecurities and feels, like it. Are we are we doing this right? Hey, Real J Dog, welcome to the haunted house. How are you today? I'm only wearing this disguise to just confuse the spirits and the ghosts. Well, yeah, and that's what's interesting, is because the cards are saying, yes, it's with somebody new. This Queen of Pentacles. She has her shit together, okay? She's not some baby woman. She doesn't need you to take care of her. She probably needs you to take care of her. I mean, you probably need her to take care of you. So you got the reversed Page of Pentacles. I feel like it's nothing really to worry about if it's reversed. I think that it's saying right now that, let's not think about the small stuff. Let's actually think about getting balanced and in tune with what this person's energy feels like. Because what does your person's spirit feel like to you in this Queen of Pentacles? So that when she starts popping up around you in your energy, you start thinking about her, you see her, you meet her, whatever, you just know it's her. You feel something about the connection. Okay, but the bunny, you got the little bunny, you gotta cheer up, dude. You don't need to be, to be a sad bunny. You need to be a happy bunny. See, she has a happy bunny. This person wants you to be happy. And I think that through you doing the work and finding your happiness while being single will bring more happiness to the relationship that you end up in the not too distant future with this girl. Okay. And you know, you might have some catching up to do with her. She might be a little bit more highly evolved than you. But I also think that there are, you know, she's not perfect. She's not going to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. But like her imperfections will be what makes her compatible with you. You'll have a lot in common. You will have more joy than you will sorrow. And it might not be somebody who might not be somebody you expect either. Let me see what your other questions are here. But eventually Spirit's gonna, you know, turn you around the right way. So you can see that Two of Cups again and have that connection and that relationship. You know, don't give yourself a timeline. Like don't be like, I gotta have it now or else. You know, it will come to you. Love is a beautiful thing and it's all around. Oh, you have asked her about Gemma. Okay. So as far as okay, so let's ask about this child. So I just asked, you know, in my head about what you said about Sarah. And I got the reverse Seven of Cups, and that kind of makes me feel like it was like a yes, but I'm not 120% sure kind of thing. And that's kind of like the energy coming from Sarah. Not me. Just the it's very interesting. So I'm just gonna shuffle and see what you need to know about that. So it was definitely a yes, but it's not like she's sad about it. Her spirit's not sad about it. Okay, she's not feeling lonely about it because wherever she is, she has something special that's a part of you. Okay, that makes everything that she's experiencing in her afterlife a lot better. In that Six of Swords and in that Six of Cups, 2 6s. Wow, 6 is the pattern of all life. So these people may come back to you as a pet, as a, you know, a sign through an animal or a child even. Maybe you meet somebody that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Maybe you have kids and maybe one or the other's reborn through these children, or maybe you adopt and, or maybe you get a dog or two and, you know, because we pretty much like choose each other again and again. It just depends, I think. So did you go to a rich area to find someone? What, Los Angeles isn't all rich? I don't know if I believe that, but I think anybody who lives in LA has the opportunity to be as rich as they would like to be and as successful as they would like to be. And I just can't imagine that anybody would or could stay poor in a place like that. It's so sad to see the homeless people on Skid Row. I mean, it's horrifying. Nobody should have to live like that when there's so many resources to end poverty and end, you know, world hunger. Hey, Texas, how are you? That better be the real Texas Tyrannosaurus Rex. What you doing up so late, cowboy? Oh, you got to see them? Send me a picture. Has your wife seen them yet? Of the kids? Oh, so sweet. All my little baby squirrels are running around crazy outside. They're so cute. And I'm nervous because, you know, we've kicked them out of the house. Not that we ever meant for them to get in there, but I'm thinking of buying or building. I've already actually started building a squirrel box, but I'm thinking of like buying something to add to it. Because I think the box I'm building is actually going to be more of like a place where they can like climb into it and get some snacks. Baby wrens, that's so cute. Oh my God, you gotta send me a picture. Please send me a picture. And I'll try to post more videos of the hummingbirds outside. So far, there's only been one. Although I've heard more than one fighting and arguing. So she's pretty much like, this is my feeder with the camera, and she's a ham. She's not a hummingbird. She's a flying ham. So I'll try to get some more videos up of her soon. She's really cute when she eats. And then she gets really curious and sits there on the perch looking at the camera like, what's that thing looking at me? Oh, really? She had irregular cycles, Rain. That's interesting. Oh, you drank soda late? Wah, 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 wah. You should not drink soda late, dude. You should not drink anything after midnight, or you'll turn into a gremlin. You're down to like 1 or 2 hummingbirds. Okay, that like is scaring me. They were fighting a lot because they didn't have the feeders. Enough feeders that were hidden, so because they're incredibly territorial. You want to remember the hummingbird is the dinosaur out there. It's 60 mile an hour, flying backwards dinosaur that wants to eat flowers and eat your sugar water and probably give you a kiss for it. But they are not like other birds. They don't like each other. They don't want to be your friend. Okay. All right. He ain't a baby daddy. He doesn't care. He's that dude. All right. He's there to knock her up and peace out and never see her again or help her. And she don't complain. She's a champ. She just keeps going on with her life and enjoying it. Because the female hummingbirds are tougher than the male ones. They're bigger and their beaks are longer and they're meaner. So if you get 5 bitches who have 5 nests in the neighborhood and 1 feeder, they're going to all fight over it. You got 2 feeders and then bitches can see each other and see the feeders, it's going to get worse. I mean, have you ever seen them like in droves fight over a feeder? It's crazy. Like, especially when they're migrating. It's like, what? This one woman on YouTube has like 6 or 7 different feeders and hundreds of hummingbirds around them at one time. But also they have hundreds of holes in these feeders too. But like, yeah, I mean, I can't imagine where anybody gets that many hummingbirds at all. But you live on the 3rd story and there is a tree right next to the apartment and it's the perfect bird environment. They stop chirping if the traffic gets too bad. It depends. Yeah. Yeah, you should make your, like, if you have a deck or a porch or something, you should totally make a bird garden. Birds need water and food every day. And they don't just eat like bird seed. They eat like fruits, vegetables, drink water. They love to take baths. Your cousin is hummingbird. Yeah, and it's interesting how like different of a bird they are. Like crows, they stay together. Cardinals, they stay together. Wrens stay together. Um, there are so many birds that stay together, but these ones they just don't. Unless you're family. So if you get 2 hummingbirds that are related, they will share the feeder. Or if you get 5 hummingbirds that are related, they'll share the feeder. Like if it's a mama and her babies, or it's, even the male will allow that because they'll know they're related, and it's weird. They're so weird. But if they're not related, it's fight to the death. And it's not that they will kill each other. It's just that they'll move on, to some other place to see if they can find something else to eat. But they're okay. I mean, the two worst things that could happen for a hummingbird out there is, it either gets way too cold too quick without them being able to remove themselves from it, or no bugs, or and I'm not 120% certain they always need to have sugar to be able to um, exist, so they won't expire. Although a nice glass of cold wine is pretty good sometimes. Okay, so like the only way to stop hummingbirds from fighting, even sometimes if they're related, they're gonna fight. You have to get a plant and you have to hang it, all right, and you have to hide that bird feeder behind it, or you have to hide it behind a tree, or you have to go to a net. You have to break them up so that, because hummingbirds, they'll sit there and camp the feeder, and if anything else comes to it, and they're very territorial. You think a lion or a bear is territorial? I mean, could you imagine if a hummingbird was the size of a bear? It'd be pretty funny. But at the same time, I mean, it would be scary. Okay. Especially since his tongue is practically longer than his body. And they have 4 stomachs. I mean, which stomach would you end up in? You have 2 cockatiels. Aww. Yeah, we raised cockatiels when I was a kid. So I had Poncho for years since I was a little girl. And Poncho probably died 5, 6 years ago. But yeah, I had cockatiels growing up all my life. It's so cute how they sing and say your name. I love it. After that, I was just like, yeah, no more birds. We're just going to hang out with the birds outside. It's funny, it shouts insults at the crow and talks bad about his mama. Yeah, also, I think all birds are like that. They can recognize up to like 1,000 faces. They know who you are. I mean, I wake up in the morning, those birds are like, yeah, we're going to give her a kiss now because she's going to feed us. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but my dad uses the outside table to smoke weed. That's okay. You don't need a table to you don't need a table to feed the birds. Yeah, hummingbirds are magical. It is very magic for sure. monochrome forest transportation. But yeah, you gotta hide the hummingbird feeders from each other, or they'll either move on, or because there's not enough feeders, because they don't want to get beaten up, because they do, cherish their life. But and don't feed them honey, whatever you do. Sugar, just plain white sugar water is fine. Don't get any of that garbage at the store that's red. Don't get any pre-made sugars. But you also have to keep the feeder real clean. Like, you can't just, like, I mean, this is like a can of sparkling water. All right. It's maybe 12, 16 ounces, right? And a lot of those hummingbird feeders are big like this. Like, this is, this is probably like maybe the size of a claw, if you like those claw canned wine things. But literally, like, gallons, half gallons of hummingbird feeder juice in them. And people don't realize that. I mean, hummingbird feeding is really marketed poorly, in my opinion. Yeah, I have, okay, so my cockatiel Poncho cockatiels are very strange to me, actually. Poncho was a hermaphrodite. And Poncho liked to masturbate whenever I had company. And talk to herself, and talk to us too. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. But you have to understand something about this bird. Like, I didn't grow up with this particular bird. She was just a baby of birds that I grew up with. My sister actually ended up, like, getting those birds that I had, grown up with. And she took them and bred them and was selling them and raising them. But then it finally got to the point where she stopped doing that because she had so many kids and she didn't have the time for that. And there's something happened in her life, and she's like, look, you'll be the best person to take care of her. Here's your bird's kid or whatever. I'm like, thanks. And I felt so bad for the bird because they kept it in like this little tiny rusty cage. And I was like, yeah, this is not a Soundgarden song. Let's get out of this, So I found her this big, beautiful cage that has this really cool, like, black and white yin-yang, like, sign on the front. And it was just really nice. And she loved it, and she lived in there for years and was so happy. But she has some really weird habits. Really, really weird habits. And I don't know where she got them from. Yeah, I gotta go soon too. I actually should probably go. I've got to work in the morning, and I have so much stuff to do tomorrow. I can't believe it's Wednesday. Like, it's just going so fast this week. Don't mess with a kangaroo or bears. Yeah, we do have 13 likes. Fate Trap is interesting because it's like a landmine, but it also free magical trip to somewhere extraordinary. It was great talking to you too, Dark Reverend. Thank you so much, Pam, for coming by. Thanks so much, Metal Rain, for coming by. Meryl, I saw you in there somewhere. Molly, thank you so much for coming by. Just thanks everyone so much for coming by. Anna, I hope you have a good night too. Think about a bird garden, y'all. Birds need a garden every season of the year. They need a little bit of help from their friends too, just like us humans. So yeah, Texas, stay away from the soda after midnight. And better wash out them hummingbird feeders. Literally, hummingbirds don't even eat more than like 2 grams of food, 3 grams. They eat their own body weight every day. What do they weigh? Like 2 grams. I mean, that's like a dub. They literally barely eat any food, but they eat all day, and they have to eat all day, and you have to keep the feeder clean. So there's no point of going out and buying a huge hummingbird feeder that's going to feed them for days, because if you have 80 to 90 degree weather, you have to change it daily. at least every day and a half, or you can't wait 3 days. You can't wait even 2 days sometimes, because sugar starts to ferment, and then it starts to smell like, what fruit smells like when it starts to go bad? Like it has this weird sour smell. Blech. You have more houses on the street with feeders, so you don't even know if those people are taking good care of the feeders. So some of those birds could have just, because they ate bad sugar water and then got dehydrated and then couldn't feed themselves, so they died of starvation. Yeah. So make sure if you're going to wash your hummingbird feeders, use a little bit of vinegar, water, dish soap, mild dish soap. Let it air dry, or use paper towel, whatever you like. All right, good night, everybody. Love and light bright. Sweet dreams when you get there. Music is sacred and no prison will hold this movement down.